Alright, y'all, welcome back to the channel, man. Rewatched that Titans Saints game again. I watched it actually twice. So man, I got some takeaways from that game, man. Some positive things, some negative things, some things we need to work on, get better at, things we did well, all of the good stuff. We'll just jump right into it. This will kind of be player specific, so bear with me. First off, we're gonna start with Tre'Quan Smith. Tre'Quan is our wide receiver one. Let's get that out the way. I've seen enough from him, Callaway, Deontay, Kenny Stills, whoever you want to name, put out there. Tre'Quan Smith is easily our best receiver right now, and going forward, we should feature him in that role. I'm not saying he should get MT targets 15, 20 a game or something crazy like that, but he does need to be a featured role, or needs a featured role in this offense. He's played well after that first game debacle in Seattle when I don't know what the hell he was doing, but he looked good, this last game. Got some separation, got open, obviously scored a touchdown. We need to feature him more, man. He needs to get more targets. If we're going to be a threat in the passing game, he's going to have to be that guy. I know, coming into this season, he wasn't expected to be the #1 guy, but hey, that's the role you assumed, and we're going to have to use him much, much more than we are right now. Showing pace, he's going to have to let it go. Throw to Tre'Quan at least, 8 to 10 times a game. And since we're on the offensive side of the ball, I got to talk about Cesar Ruiz, man. This early, I would never call a player a bust. Year 2, I mean, obviously anything can happen, but this dude is awful. I know I touched on it, yesterday in the earlier video, but man, he is awful. I can't even explain how bad he is. I don't understand how you can line up in front of 310, 15-pound defensive tackle. He's 3 inches away from you, and you don't even touch him. How is that even possible? Like, y'all face masks are basically touching before the play start, and when the play starts, you don't even get a hand on him. That's just awful. Like, you don't even attempt to slow a guy down. We're pulling him, on run plays and play action pass plays, and he's just going out there missing people. He's bad in space. It's just everything about him is bad. I don't know what it is, but man, he needs to either get it fixed immediately, or the Saints have to put their pride aside. I know he's the first-round pick, but he needs to be benched. It's simple as that. I know you never want to really bench your first-rounders and things like that, especially year 2. You kind of let them play through the struggles, but no, I'm sorry, he is bad. He is that bad. He's killing drives. He's killing games. It just can't happen, man. Sean Payton's going to have to adjust, give him some help, or bench him. It's simple as that. Not going to kill him too much, man. Did that already, and he's been getting killed enough. But he needs to get better, or he needs to sit his ass down on the bench. The last guy y'all talk about on offense, Trevor Siemian. He was a little shaky in this game early on. A little shaky. Made some awful decisions at the end of the half. Just god-awful decisions. Basically, I'm not going to say that lost us the game, but it sure didn't help us to try to win it. But as the game got moving, he picked it up, started throwing some dots, threw some questionable passes as well. But at the end of the day, everyone blaming Trevor Siemian for anything. Relax. Don't do it. This guy's no Drew Brees. He's no Jameis Winston. He's none of that. He is none of that. He's going to be average. Just going to let y'all know that right now. It's going to be average to above average. Some games he might be below average. That's expected from Trevor Siemian. We can't be putting our fate in Trevor Siemian to go out there and be Aaron Rodgers or something. He's never going to be that. So, with that being said, if he's going to be average, everyone else has to step up. Defense has to step up. Receivers have to step up. Running backs have to step up. Tight ends, whatever. Offensive line has to step up. Everyone's going to have to step up around him because, honestly, let's just be honest, he's an average to above average quarterback. Nothing's wrong with that. We just have to know that and adjust for that. But, with all that being said, man, he's playing solid. He's playing the best I can hope for a Trevor Siemian to play. And we're just going to need to help him out. Defensive side of the ball, I already touched on Lattimore being inconsistent and things like that. He just needs to get that together. I don't know what it is, what his pregame routine is when he's playing the big dogs, but he's going to have to find that. But only guy on defense I'm touching on is Marcus Davenport. This guy took the most heat from this fan base Well, not the most heat because obviously Andres Pete is still alive. Trautman's getting there. But Marcus Davenport the last couple years has been taking heat from everybody. Obviously used 2 first-round picks to get him. Did not live up to that. I'm not going to say the heat wasn't deserved. He did not live up to it. But I always told people, stop looking at the stat sheet with him. The stat sheet will never do Marcus Davenport justice, man. He's one of those players that he could sign $80 million, $80 million deal, and people would be confused because he only has 5 sacks on the year. The sacks do not tell a story with him. The man is strong as an ox. He's our best player on defense. No shade to Marshawn Lattimore. No shade to Demario Davis, Marcus Williams, anyone. But Marcus Davenport, when he's healthy and he's on that field playing at 100%, he's almost unstoppable. Like, he's looking like a TJ Watt or a Bosa or anybody. He looks that good when he's 100% healthy and he's going. And I just want to give a big shout out to Marcus Davenport, man, because every year I always say this is going to be his breakout year. This is going to be his breakout year. And finally, I think he's finally having that breakout year, man. He just needs to stay healthy. Got to knock on wood there because he needs to stay healthy. If he stays healthy, he's going to have a tremendous season, man. We're going to need him. Touching on the game just a little bit. Man, I think Sean Payton called it an average game. A lot of people called it a bad game. Wasn't a bad game. Wasn't a bad game. Some of those play designs were nice. Guys just aren't doing their jobs. So, I mean, I guess you can blame him for that. But some of the play calls were A-okay. I promise you they were A-okay. I'm mad that we couldn't see the 2-point conversion play because obviously it was from 7 yards instead of 2. Because that's big. I think missed 7 in a row. I kind of give him a pass on this one just because this was 7 yards out. That makes it a little harder. But we have to be better there. We need more Taysom. I think it's been like 85-15% max. Not even that. It's probably been 90 to 10% of Taysom Simeon. It's going to have to be 60-40, 75-25. It's going to have to be something different. We're going to have to at least see 25 to 40%. I know it's a big gap, big range. We're going to need to see that much of Taysom, though, because he's that good. And I saw Taysom. You're not fooling me. Let me throw this out there. When Taysom comes in and he throws the ball, it's always a shot play. 99% of the time, it's a shot play. This game, the same exact thing. But guess what? The shot was not there. And what did Taysom do? He went through his progressions twice and threw the check down. I know that seems like it's nothing, but for Taysom, that's big because that man was just coming in the game and just throwing it deep and just praying somebody came down with it. So actually looking like a real quarterback back there just for a couple snaps. Don't know if he can do it for a full game. I wish we could find out, but that's a different story for a different day. But yeah, man, the game was brutal. Very, very winnable game. I see why Sean Payton was so pissed in the press conference. Brutal game. Obviously didn't get any help from the refs. Not going to use that as an excuse because that game was still winnable even with the BS they called on us. But got to clean those things up, man. Got a schedule review coming up tomorrow morning sometime. Y'all be on the lookout for that, man. Like, comment, subscribe on this video. Let me know what y'all thought about the game. Now that we've all kind of calmed down, got out our feelings and things like that. Let me know in the comments below. I'll be in there interacting. This the Boo Tragedies, and I'm out.